Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Seahawks offense here set to take over with Russell Wilson leading the way. Wilson, a Pro Bowler 5 times in his 7 NFL seasons, including last year, when he threw for a career-high 35 touchdowns to just 7 interceptions.
They're not ready for this, man. Let's go double count right here. Run.
They start the drive with Lynch. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and there's creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down. First down, the run with Lynch. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Coming to you. One pass. You got tight. Henry.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. D. Ford in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
On the double. 55. Watch the run. He's coming. Let's go.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the 2-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back, because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game. That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Completes it to Coleman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On now is the 27-year-old rookie, Mitch Wisnowski, to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Lynch. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. You ready? You ready? Let's go, baby. Brings up 3rd and 4. Kill. 19.
On 3rd down, they go Lynch. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. On 1st down, it's Lynch. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane. To be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll toss it to Penny. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been in an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
13 yards there and a Niner first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as score. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
They run again on 1st down, Lynch. And a tackle there by Quan Alexander. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. From just shy of midfield, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Come on now. Check it backer.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Buying time to his left. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. That one goes for 24 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
I got him. 54.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, he'll try and run it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll run with Lynch. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running 2, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Be interesting to see now what they do offense. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and through by Myers.
We don't see too many scoreless halves in football, not in today's day and age, and we're not going to see one here. We finally have points on the board.
Yeah, and it didn't come easy, did it? Because neither of these offenses really gotten out of the starting blocks yet. But that is definitely an important score right there. And who knows? The way their defenses play, that touchdown might even hold up until the end.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
This one complete to Coleman. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tighten down. There you go.
He'll look to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
They'll run on first down. It's Lynch, and he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. On first down, Lynch, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing on 2nd down, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll run on first down. It's Lynch. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run it. Here's Lynch, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And Myers able to knock it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. On first down, it's Lynch. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Let's go, defense.
On 3rd down, Lynch, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
He's scared.
This is Lynch. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
54.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Third and long. It's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And this certainly confirms all the chatter, how big of a final weekend this is for the moment. The 6th seed is there, has been able to take a victory to officially lock that down.
I hear the excitement in your voice about this.
Or nervousness, both ways.
Either way, but you know, I've never met a player who didn't go into a game with a little bit of nervousness and didn't play well. Because, look, if you go in without that edge, and to this game has an edge to it, doesn't it? Then you're really not going to perform that well.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a third down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
They go play action here on first down. It's caught by Sanders. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field,
and he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays.
Touchdown, San Francisco. Robbie Gould lining up for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Gould able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson steps away to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run on first down. Coleman, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get your reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd down and inches. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And this is caught, and that could seal it. It's a touchdown. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drive, 4 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
On 3rd down, Lynch, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Niners take over in terrific field position. So So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Coleman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Elsewhere across the league, fourth quarter action in Los Angeles. And the Rams now have swung back in front in that game. Todd Gurley, with his last carry, just hit 100 yards on the ground. Now Lynch, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I'll bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for San Francisco, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they wanted desperately to finish at 500, but that won't happen, as it'll be a 7-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way.
This is the last opportunity to re-sign your players or they'll become free agents. All combine stats, such as the 40-yard dash, are now available in scouting. Each player has a combine grade. Now, this score represents how well the combine performance tells you how players' speed, jump. Welcome to Draft Week. All the effort you spend scouting comes down to this. Start the draft whenever you're ready.
The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. Hold on now. This pick is trading teams. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a trade. The Seahawks are now on the clock. I see both teams filling out cards. You know what that means? We've got a trade. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. Well, if you're wondering what the delay is, I think we've got a trade coming here. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. Well, wait, looks like both war rooms are feverishly back on the phones. I think that means a trade is coming. The Seahawks are now on the clock. How come nobody's at the podium? That's because both teams are right now working on a trade. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. Hold on now. This pick is trading teams.
All right, fellas, listen up. We talked about this all week. Every team is going for the same thing.
Tight, lady. Grenade time! Tight, lady. Tight. Tight, flying 90. Tight. Tight, blue 15. Grenade tight. Tight, green 80. Tight. Tight, green 80. Tight. Tight, blue 15. Good tight. Tight, blue 80. Tight. Tight, green 15. Tight. Tight, blue 80. Green 80, tight. Tight, blue 80. Tight. Tight, flying 90. Green 80, tight. Tight, blue 15. Tight.
Hey, hang out for a second. All right, I'm going to be honest with you. Today was just okay. And okay isn't going to win ball games.
Right.
This team goes as you go. So next practice needs to be much better.
Tight. Tight, green 80. Tight. Tight, blue 15. Green 80, tight. Tight, blue 80. Tight. Tight, green 15. Blue 80, tight. Tempo, tempo. Tight, blue 80. Blue 80, tight. Tight, blue 80. Blue 80, tight. Tight, flying 90. Green 80, tight. Blue 15. Sight. Hey, easy, easy, easy. Sight. Green 80. Sight. Sight. Green 80. Green 80. Sight. Sight. Blue 15. Sight.
Gentlemen, achieving our goals starts right here on the practice field. I can't stress that enough. You all know we have lofty goals for this season. If you want to achieve those goals, we gotta raise our game. Today just wasn't good enough. So next practice, we have to be much better.
Sight. Green 15. Good sight. Sight. Blue 80. Sight. Sight. Blue 80. Sight. Sight. Flying 90. Green 80. Sight. Sight. Blue 15. Sight. Hey, easy, easy. Check, 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 check. Sight. Green 80. Green 80. Sight. Sight. Green 80. Sight. Sight. Blue 15. Sight. Sight. Blue 80. Sight. Sight. Green 15. Green 80. Sight.
I really hope you guys aren't proud of that practice we just had. We need to see much better than that. Coaches can only do so much. We can only create a game plan. We can't go out there and practice. We're going to continue to demand excellence from you guys, so you better pick it up.
Sight. Blue 80. Blue 80. Sight. Sight. Flying 90. Blue 80. Sight. Sight. Blue 15. Blue 80. Sight. Sight. Green 80. Green 80. Sight. Sight. Green 80. Sight. Sight. Blue 15. Sight. Sight. Blue 80. Green 80. Sight. Sight. Green 15. Sight.
really hope you guys aren't proud of that practice we just had. We need to see much better than that. Coaches can only do so much. We can only create a game plan. We can't go out there and practice. We're going to continue to demand excellence from you guys, so you better pick it up.
Tight, 280. Good tight. Tight, flying 90. Tight. Tight, blue 15. Tight. Tight, green 80. Green 80, tight. Tight, green 80. Tight. Tight, blue 15. Green 80, tight. Tight, blue 80. Tight. Tight, green 15. Tight.
Gentlemen, achieving our goals starts right here on the practice field. I can't stress that enough. You all know we have lofty goals for this season. If you want to achieve those goals, we gotta raise our game. Today, just...
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go from Seattle. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And they're led out by a guy who's done just about everything you could ever imagine to do in this league, the great Tom Brady.
It's been a lot of fun watching him develop in his career. But that will to win, he's had that probably since birth, and it transmits itself throughout his entire ball club. Watching him play, it can be an absolute joy unless you're on the other team.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. And now we take a peek at the Patriot offense.
And this offensive line, they're going to have to be a lot better than they were right there. We certainly won't measure them just by one play. But they definitely got a big challenge ahead of them in this one because this defense, they love to run blitz, and they clog up the running lanes.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down, they hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Now, you know in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On second down, they'll run with White. He'll get 3 up to midfield. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
Bobby Wagner's one of the more fluid middle linebackers in the NFL, able to range deep in coverage, also able to rush the quarterback both inside and off the edge, and is an absolute tackling machine in the running game.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 4th down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And when I think of Russell Wilson, I think not just of the big plays that he's made, and those are considerable, but when they were made. 4th and 26 in a Big Ten championship game against Michigan State when he was with Wisconsin. A big completion helped lead his team to a victory. A big 4th down throw for a touchdown in an NFC championship game against the San Francisco 49ers. When the chips are down, this guy plays at a big level.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. On 1st down, Carson, and he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, alert! Watch the safety creep.
Now Wilson. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Dancing to his left. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, but it's going to be second down. And we take a look at the offense for the Seahawks.
And wide receiver Tyler Lockett continues to improve as a route runner and a playmaker downfield. But let's not forget, his main use, kick returner. Knows how to break open a game in that area as well.
Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Watch out, watch out. Reload, reload.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. J.C. Jackson there defensively to knock it away. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, 0-0-0. Yo, 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 yo.
Here's Wilson. Going to throw again. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
The first quarter with no score.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a third down and long coming up.
Danny. 48 Mike. 48 Mike. Hey, ready, go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on first and 10. And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage that's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
That'll be a gain of 16, and it'll bring up a second down. From the 26, they'll line up on second and 4. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And get that to Michel, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
You better be afraid of me.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Michel. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
On the ready.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the... And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Mike 51, Mike see it. Let's go, D.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Broken tackle. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big kick that time, 52 yards. The Pats at the line, ready to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
On that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Rippon. And Walker has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Rippon on 1st and 10. And he completes it to Hunt. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Rippon on 1st and 10. They'll check this one down to Michelle. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. So we have reached halftime in our first. Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months. Already we're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
As Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Watch the slack. Hey, watch it. Lock it. Back. Let it.
On the ground, it's Lynch. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Got a man open. That's Harry. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Ready. 10 over.
Rippon trying to pick it up through the air. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now out come the Patriots. This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd down. From the gun, Rippon.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He may try and run for this. Ball comes out, and they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They begin with Michel on the ground. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Throwing on second down. Rippon trying to lay one up deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Undercrunch. Alert 3. Greystone travel. Check 26.
Back to throw now on first down. And he'll find Hall. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Off play action, it's Rippon. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure, all day long prepping for the game, they had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1 yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. They'll run again with Lynch, and he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6 yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. It's Lynch, and this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Hey, let's get there. Hatchet, you're out. 36. Ready.
They run. Lynch. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Check bomber, 22, check bomber. Lock it. Watch twist. Watch Kenny. Go.
Lynch. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. A toss play. This is Lynch. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Chopper. 44. And go.
Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Patriots take over. So the Patriots now down by 4, and time a huge factor. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. Back to throw. This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. He'll look to throw. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.